Dear Putin, we are writing with regard to the ongoing military conflict between your country, Russia and Ukraine, which is totally unreasonable. We would like to call for a total cessation of attacks and hereby we present some arguments to justify why.
Humans have been involved in so many wars, civil wars, world wars, which have totally destroyed cities, countries, families, and lives, killing any soldiers found in their way. In addition, all these wars must teach us the horror and their consequences when they have already
shocked at the drastic number of lives that are being destroyed, not only regarding the tragic deaths of thousands of soldiers, which are horrible enough on their own, but also the millions of Ukrainian refugees that have been forced to leave their homes, jobs, and what is more, their whole lives behind. All of this due to you, Mr. Putin, and your need of showing the world Russia's military power through genocide, spilling innocent blood just to spread fear.
Was ancient Russian soul, it is not anymore. The USSR does not exist anymore, and Ukraine is an independent country, and you are the bad guy in this insane nonsense.
Russia's independence from Ukraine. As a result, Russia and Ukraine are different countries, and you have to respect
Mr. Putin, once you said, if fight is inevitable, you may throw the first punch. Have you not thought that war was inevitable? Did you not in 2014, when your army annexed Crimea, that it was the first path to war? Peace has always been an option, and it is still an option. You just have to stop fire and assume your mistakes. Your own country disagrees with your decision. Just 70% support them, and the other 83% are being imprisoned just for defending peace.
The only thing that is different between Hitler and you is that you have a nuclear bomb. Your excuses start being useless when children are dying and they don't know.
We are going to ask you a question. Do you like to see families with children dying with
are living the hardest moment in their lives, leaving their homes, seeing how their family or friends are dying?
People in the world are paying more than they should. We do not understand why you are doing this, what the benefits are, and what you will achieve with this.
Of bombarding a hospital, you are killing babies that aren't born yet. You are taking away their future. That is terrible. They have done nothing bad to you. We don't know many things about you, but making a war is the worst thing.
We don't think that you would like your children to be in the skin of the people in
your economy, the fleeing of a lot of businesses and companies, and the rejection from most international competitions and events.
Extraction is not enough for you. You should know that your economy will fall.
A dramatic fall in your economy, the fleeing of a lot of businesses and companies, and the rejection from most international competitions and events.
Of course, that many high-level Russian athletes, such as Medvedev, who is in the top one of PTPA, Professional Tennis Players Association, to be expelled from competing, as well as the Russian football team, which will not be able to participate in the 2022 World Cup.
In addition, influencers cannot work because they don't have access to use their social media accounts.
Are being applied all over the world, which is one of the consequences of your actions.
In fact, this war is currently having global economic consequences, and a lot of jobs are going to be lost due to this situation. Many shops have been closed because their owners are opposing the war.
We want you to think of the economic consequences that Russia is suffering just now because you invaded Ukraine. And to release, you are also disrespecting the rights of your own citizens that are protesting in the streets against the war. And you are sending them to jail even if they are kids or elderly
We want
people.
to ask you another question. Why are you hiding information to your own citizens? They need to know the truth, because people have the right to express themselves freely and know the truth about an important and actual situation that affects Russian people because the European Union is imposing sanctions on Russia.
Censorship of the media in Russia and how you ignore the most Russian citizens are against the war. It would not surprise us in the slightest if you were following your own selfish interests and opinions instead of listening to what the people are saying and acting according to it, which is how democracy, a basic human right, is supposed to be.
If that was the case and you really care about your people, why is it that you're killing them and everything that they ever know?
Stop the war because on television we are watching separated families, very young children walking around without their parents, and women going to another country with their children because they have lost their house, only because you do not want Ukraine to be part of NATO.
Cannot prevent Ukraine from being part of NATO. It does not affect
stop bombarding Ukraine if you do not want worse punishment or to start a third world war. NATO is acting indirectly, But if it goes worse, they will act directly. It is the
One
world
of the
against
main
you.
arguments that you presented to try to justify the invasion of Ukraine is that both Ukraine and Russia are two countries,
These
one
conflicts
people.
need to be ended as soon as possible, and the only ethical way to do this is with dialogue.
The two presidents of the countries should speak between them and decide what will happen between
The best thing you
Ukraine
can do
and
is
Russia.
to reach an agreement by talking with Ukraine. Maybe at the beginning you will not solve the conflict, but in the end a peaceful solution will be possible without
Thus,
damaging
innocent
anyone
people
else.
will stop losing their lives, all of their possessions and
War
memories.
never changes. Innocent people die, soldiers fight, but
Mr.
nobody
Putin,
wins.
all the refugees that are reaching Poland or other countries are only a small part of all the people that are leaving Ukraine. Children that escape from their country with their parents arrive alone to the refugees because their parents have died on the way to the safe country. Children are losing their child.
This war has been started by one person, that is Mr. Putin, and it is the one that has to finish it.
In other words, you are the only
In conclusion,
one.
we look at the current state of affairs and we find ourselves in disbelief. As only you can end it, we adjure you to cease fire.
Yours,
Third grade students of compulsory secondary education at AL-QÁZERES and their two literacy teachers.
Paula, Clara, Irene, Nieves, Agustín, Víctor, Clara, Noah, Alejandro, Ángel, Adrián, Gloria, Héctor, Pablo, Alex, David, Víctor, Ángela, Jorge, Tina, Graciela and Marta.
And our teachers, Marina and María José.
Our teachers, Marina and Maria Jose.